Poor people who have dated rich people. What did you learn? When I started dating William, I didn't know his family owned half the expensive restaurants in our city. I was a waitress at a diner making minimum wage, living in a tiny studio apartment with a broken heater. On our first date, I suggested we meet at my usual coffee spot. He showed up in a Tesla, looking completely out of place among the regular customers, with their chipped mugs and laptop chargers. I noticed right away how he kept touching everything with his sleeve pulled over his hand. When I asked if he wanted to split a muffin, he politely declined, saying he wasn't hungry. Later, I found out he'd never eaten at a place that didn't have at least one Michelin star. Despite our differences, we clicked. He was funny, smart, and genuinely interested in my life. He didn't act superior when I told him about my community college classes or my dreams of opening my own bakery someday. But everything changed when he invited me to his family's monthly dinner. I spent 2 weeks' tips on a dress from a consignment shop. It was navy blue with tiny pearls on the collar, the nicest thing I'd ever owned. When I arrived at their mansion, the maid who opened the door looked more expensive than me. William's mother took one look at my dress and said, "Oh, darling, is that vintage? How sustainable of you." The dinner was a nightmare. They had 5 different forks, and I used the wrong one for my salad. William's sister asked what my parents did for a living. When I explained that my mom worked at Walmart and my dad wasn't in the picture, she choked on her wine. "But where did you summer as a child?" she asked, completely serious. Then came the incident that changed everything. William's mother announced that their chef had prepared a special truffle risotto. I took one bite and my throat started closing up. Turns out they'd used some fancy mushroom I was severely allergic to. I didn't have my EpiPen because I'd never encountered it at any place I could actually afford to eat. William rushed me to the hospital in his Tesla. While I was still on the gurney, his mother swept in wearing her designer coat. Instead of asking if I was okay, she pulled William aside and I heard her whisper, "Darling, if she can't even handle proper cuisine, how will she survive the governor's ball?" That's when William surprised everyone. He turned to his mother and said, "Actually, Nancy makes the best chocolate souffle I've ever tasted. Better than your chef's." His mother gasped like he'd slapped her. "She's been teaching me to bake," he continued. "I'm investing in her bakery idea. And if you can't handle that, we won't be at any of your balls." His mother stormed out. Later that night, still in my hospital gown, William confessed something. He'd been taking secret baking lessons at a community center because he wanted to understand my passion. He showed me videos on his phone, him covered in flour, burning cookies, setting off smoke alarms. 3 years later, our bakery, Humble Crumbs, is the most popular spot in town. We serve both $2 cookies and $200 wedding cakes. William's mother still won't eat here, but his sister became our biggest customer. She even admitted our $5 muffins taste better than the $50 ones at her country club. The best part? We still use those chipped mugs from our first date coffee shop. I bought their whole set when they were going out of business. William doesn't use his sleeve to touch them anymore. Last week, a food critic called our place unpretentiously perfect. William framed the review right next to my old consignment shop dress.